Kia ora whanau. It's Emmanuel Wachukwu again, and welcome to the second week of full-time online study here with us at DynaSpeak. So I hope you've been managing to stay safe and stay sane while staying at home. Here's hoping that after this initial 4-week lockdown, it won't be extended and things can go back to normal, or a new normal at least. In carrying on, as promised, with the tradition of giving you more work to do in addition to your DynaSpeak Online, I'm going to show you what this week will look like in our virtual classroom. Similar to last week, you will be getting 3 days worth of work, pretty much, in addition to your DynaSpeak Online. However, you will also it will be slightly different this time around. I'm just going to share my screen in a bit. It'll be slightly different because you will get work posted that's different to how it was posted last week. So just going over here. Here we go. Okay, so similar to last week, there'll be 3 things posted, but unlike last week, you will get work posted today. Today, the first thing we'll be looking at will be your reading, but you will get this posted today on Monday, and you will get another work posted on Wednesday, which will be your writing, and then finally, you will have work on Friday, which will be the grammar unit for the grammar topic for the week. Now, that's what this will apply to everyone, regardless what site you're enrolled in, whether you're a DynaSpeak Queen Street student or an Albany student, it doesn't matter. Everyone is going to get it on the same days. And then your teacher, you'll still stay in touch with your teacher, post comments as usual, like you've done this past week, and your teacher will give you further information or extra materials as need be. So for the reading, the text will be rainforests, and you'll be reading for gist and comprehension, meaning you'll be reading to get the idea, the general idea of, or the main issue in the text. And you'll also be reading to answer questions that test your deeper understanding of the text. You'll also be reading for specific details. I'll just quickly show you what the text, the actual text that you'll be reading. It's this here. So the reason I'm showing you this is because it's a PDF file that's scanned, and there are blank pages in between the texts. So here, this is the first page, and then there's this blank page here. And if you keep scrolling, you'll see the continuation here. Okay? So there are 581 words in that text, not too long. Then there's another blank page before you get the questions. Okay? So you see the questions, go through them. That there is your main idea question. You go through all of them, and as you go through them, there will be provision documents. In the same way that you do your writing on DynaSpeak Online, there'll be provision for you to write your answers and then click turn in, like you do with your normal DynaSpeak Online units. So just put the question number, task number that you're responding to, and put in your answers to the work. Now here is where this particular text is going to test your ability, your discipline, really. So here, this section here, you're matching these to these. You're matching these here, which are like supporting evidence sentences, to the letter chart here, which is it tells you which paragraph it's from. Now, the kicker is that at the end of this document I won't show you now, but there are answers there. So if we were doing this in class, we would have been, your teacher would have cut those pages off and, not given them all to you at once, but because it's a virtual classroom, and yes, this is how it is for now. Um, it I guess you just have to be disciplined. You just have to have that discipline um, to actually wait until you've attempted the tasks before you look at the question with the answers. Okay. um, yeah. Anyway, on the second day, which will be Wednesday, your writing is going to be an essay talking about advantages and disadvantages. Um, will be the skills that we'll be working on specifically will be topic sentences. You will be given a sample text for you to identify topic sentences and match them to the paragraphs that they belong to. You will also be working on seeing that ideas, this cohesion here means basically that seeing that ideas within a paragraph are connected. There will be a task to help you practice that. And then also you'll have a look at the conclusion of a writing task. Now, at the very bottom of this page, this document here, the document for this, the essay, you will see another sample essay for you to look at and try writing one of your own with a topic given. Okay, so you can look at that and try writing one of your own as your final response. Okay. And finally, the last thing, which will be posted on Friday, will be this grammar topic. Now, you will be looking at, you would have done this in, say, level 3 or 2, perhaps, if you studied with us, or just any other time you would have studied English prior to level 4 general. So we'll be looking at, amongst other things, subject-verb agreement, which is how nouns go with verbs. If, for example, you're using a singular noun, you should know to use a singular form verb to go with it. All of that will be here. I don't know if you remember this book. All of that will be here in this book. That's the grammar there. So you'll get to see this, and you'll also get to see this page. If you've bought the book, then great. It means you can do way more stuff and write in the book. If you haven't bought the book, you can look at this and do the practice. Now, for this one, you don't need to turn it in to us. You just need to do this and practice at home. And if you have any questions or do not understand this breakdown of how this grammar point works, feel free to get in touch with your teacher and ask for support. Or you could just leave a comment in this comment section of this here, and other classmates of yours should be able to reply to your comment as well as your teacher. Okay, so here are some exercises that you could do. There are two sections there. So when I said subject verb agreement, what I mean is stuff like this: our accommodation. If it's a singular noun, then it needs to go with a singular verb, is, rather than are, that sort of thing. And for some of them, like news, that we don't count, you can't say the news are good, because news does not necessarily mean that you're counting it. The word just always goes with an S. Yeah, so weather, when you do this, you should be able to know if weather is a noun that you can count or not. If it is a noun that you can count, then this should be correct. If it is not a noun that you can count, then you should know not to use a determiner such as this, or a quantifier. Okay, so those are the kinds of things that you will be looking at for your grammar. And that's, in a nutshell, what our week is going to look like. As I mentioned last week, please stay safe. Please check on your loved ones and make sure that everyone that you care about is doing okay during this unfortunate period. And just keep on doing your work as you normally would in class. Now, I can't stress enough how important these activities we're doing with you online are. These are documents that would have been essential um, to preparing you for your assessments that we are making available to you online. So even though we're not right there in front of you in class, it's important that you do these things, do work on these worksheets we're making available to you, and ask your teacher questions and make use of the platform that you have to interact with your classmates and your teacher. And because when we do get back to class, chances are we will not go back to start redoing all these things we've done online. And so if you're missing them right now, then you are not really helping yourself prepare well for the course that you are undertaking. If you also know classmates who haven't been participating as well, your teachers are all going to be in touch with them anyway. But, if you're chatting on WeChat, for example, or WhatsApp or whatever application you use to keep in touch with some of your classmates, it might be worth checking with them. You should check with them to say, hey, I've done this unit, have you? That sort of thing. And they should also participate, okay? They are designed to help you, and we are here to help you. Don't be afraid to get in touch with your teacher to ask for more information on anything. Stay safe and stay strong, and you'll hear from me again in the coming videos. Take it easy.